I'm from Dallas, Texas, but currently live in Provo. I go to Brigham Young University studying dietetics. I want to go to PA school to learn to be a physician's assistant. I love science and the nutrition and being a woman in science and everything that I get to learn about the body and how it can apply to everyday life. I have been married for almost a year. I would say little victories are the little things you do every day that help you feel accomplished. Sometimes that can be, for me at least, it's when I get up and I actually do my makeup for that day, or choose an outfit that I feel confident in. When I feel like I look good, then I am more confident. And for me, that's a victory to set aside my insecurities and to choose to overcome them, so that way when I feel good, I do good at school. I do well at my job, and I think the biggest victories are the little ones where you choose to not be so hard on yourself and to choose to be positive, which is extremely hard. So growing up, my weakest subject has always been math. I always felt really self-conscious about my lack of ability to do well in my math classes. I always felt like I fulfilled the female stereotype of being incompetent in math. I remember being in the chemistry TA lab once going over questions I had gotten wrong on a quiz. And for me, it was a huge step out of my comfort zone to go and talk to the TAs who are seniors in the program, who are super smart and they understand math and chemistry and all these things. And when I was going over my questions with him, he just looked at me and said, "Oh, well, it's no big deal what you got wrong, it's just basic algebra." And I remember thinking, oh, it's not just basic algebra. To me, this is something I really struggle with. And from pushing myself to the limits of feeling uncomfortable and admitting that I don't understand the question and I need help in some simple math areas, I've learned how to do the basic algebra and I feel more confident now. And so I would say, for me, that has been a huge triumph of a little failure of just being bad at math. I would say my biggest triumph is when I decided to marry my husband. And there's a quote we have that hangs on our wall, and it says, "I choose you, and I will choose you over and over again and again every single day." And I think that the most important thing anyone can do in their life is to develop positive, meaningful relationships with other people. And with the person that you're married to, that is the most important relationship you could ever have. And it's hard having two different people of completely different backgrounds with different opinions on how things are done, and learning how to combine the opinions and learning how to compromise and learning to hold your tongue and to not snap back. And I've really learned how to refine my rough edges by learning how to continue to choose to love my husband every day, to choose to be kind, to choose to serve him when he frustrates me more than anybody else in the world at that moment. So I would say my biggest triumph is learning how to be my best self by being married to my husband and learning how to cooperate and how to work together. I think the most important thing we can do as women is to support other women. We can be so hard on ourselves, and the things that we say to ourselves, we would never say to another woman. And I think in order to help other women feel loved and to feel successful is to tell them that you love them no matter what their choices are.